Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, let's understand what is an agent really. An agent is like a reasoning and decision making worker, one that understands your problem, statement, and leverages its own reasoning skills to dynamically generate those answers. In other words, it's a system that uses reasoning to make decisions with an application flow. That is the core of what we call an agent. So let's break it down from first principles. In AI, we stand and design rational agents, a key concept covered in artificial intelligence, a modern approach. Rationality means acting in accordance with a reason or a logic, and reasoning is a process of thinking in a logical, sensible way. So when responding to a queries, reasoning involves thinking through the problem logics logically. Agents are not just a tools, they are the patterns specifying a reason action pattern. Think of it as a reason, then act, often differ as the react pattern or react framework. So when you input a question, the agent reasons through using a large language model and then act based that reasoning. The agent takes the prompt, plans the action, execute it, and respond using its internal reasoning capabilities. After generating an answer, it might exit or it might use a conditional tools like search to get better results. So it can search the internet, use the prompts from its internal skill set, and continue the conversation based on your follow up questions. As you interact, it learns from your queries and adapt based on new results or knowledge from the LLMs. It keep fetching the relevant data and refining its responses. Uh, Reasoning traces help the model to induce, track, update action plans, and other hand allow it to gather the information from tools, databases, or real world. It's like a feedback loop. The model fetches the information and then return with a refined plan or answer. Reasoning enable the agent to define and refine what needs to be done, action, or what let it pull into new data. So agents aren't just a passive system; they are actively interface with the tools, databases, or live environment to get you what you needed. Now let's talk about tools. One key concept is fancy RAG. RAG stands for retrieval augmented generation, the process of retrieving the information and using it to generate the better responses. Basically, RAG gives an LLM access to fresh knowledge, enriching its context. Agents are especially important in retrieval, the prompt construction, and augmentation. Here are Here is how the typical agent architecture looks like. A, a user question comes in, the agent triggered an action, the LLM process it. The tool gathered the relevant information, output, its return, and the agent observes how well this pattern works and adjusts accordingly. OpenAI, for an example, uses a cognitive architecture that shows how tools are selected and used automatically based on user input. So the agent enables the LLM to access those tools dynamically. If you are building a customer service agent, for instance, the agent decide which tool to be used solve your issues. That's how task handling works in agentic system. So let's say you have a list of tasks, you design a workflow where an agent is meant to be accomplish each of those tasks for the user. And here what happened, the query goes to a planner, The planner uses the tools, execute the actions, send results to an evaluator. The evaluator check whether the task was successfully complete or not. Once validated, the process conclude. Think of agents as a brain. It processes a task, plan, step, and check if a goals are achieved. So an agent, the intelligence comes from how it's think through solve the task. So we also mention a fancy tool. The tool enhance the reasoning and retrieval in a relational agents. We are moving towards the model of rational agent that perceive and act based on their environment. In short, when an agent seems to see something, it decide how to respond. It's defined by its environment and its ability to act. The reasoning traces help the agent to induce, adapt action plans. The actions allow it to connect with the tools, sets, systems, and external sources.